Hello there. It's me again. Right now what I'm doing is I'm cleaning my shotgun right now. Usually, you clean your rifles and everything before hunting season, just after you've got done shoot, you shot your deer and everything, and you're putting it away for the season because what I do is I use this because it stops it from rusting while it's away. It's the Hops powder solvent. So it's number 9, Mark, and works pretty well. I've been using it for a while, and most people in Maine have this. I'm guaranteed that you go into houses, you'll find this in their gun cabinet. If not, the person's a fool. Anyways, so what you do is you take out your turkey choke. You just got done turkey season. You take out your turkey choke. May take a few seconds. Alright, you see the threads there. What I like to do is take a little bit of this, because you don't want your turkey choke rust now either. Because then, it'll lead to failure or something bad going on, it'll crack, and then you'll be screwed while you're hunting. What I like doing is because there's powder that gets on here, and you gotta get it off. And I also like putting this stuff on here because, again, it won't rust and all that. You put it all the way across on the threads, and I like going on the inside too, cleaning it and all that. And same with your barrel, pretty much. That's what you do. Pretty even coat. The reason why I do this after hunting season, every hunting season, is so that the smell goes away, because, some animals smell better than the rest, They know exactly what each smell is, and they'll run away from you. There. Now that's not going to rust out on me. Now clean the shotgun itself, because you have threads on the inside here with pumps. I had this brush. It goes from small, to bigger, and it gets out bigger clumps. And you twist it as you go down the barrel where your threads are, because you got to get inside those threads, right? Stand up for this. And to get past that, you go all the way down, up, down. This gets where it breaks up the big clumps inside your barrel and makes it so the solvent sticks better to your side, the inside of your gun. Gets rid of your big chunks of powder and all that stuff that's just, gained up over the years. And then what you do is take a little bit of this solvent. I like using this myself to do it, but other people just use the rod that comes with it. So I like this because it's not going to fall off on you. See? And sometimes I even wrap around the bigger part, and then I take another pad and do it again. But you don't have to, because usually they come up these, or always have the little ends. But then again, yeah, that should be sufficiently clean. And also, when you take off your barrel, if you have a pump, easy enough to take this off. You're going to screw this screw, and you cock it all the way down so your breech is open. Take the barrel off. Now, right now, slide it forward, and this lever comes forward. And I like taking one of these Q-tips, bigger Q-tips, like this. They're hard to find, but when you get them, they're nice. And I like going over this, right here, and then sticking some of that back in there too. Go up in there and just, you gotta clean it every now and then. I haven't cleaned it for a while, so I didn't clean it all year, so. And I've run a couple hundred, easily, I don't know, a couple hundred shells through this. During shooting clay pigeons and all that. Alright, I'm gonna grab another one. Now once you get it to a point where you want that one done, you bring it halfway to where this lever right here is down, and then you go around where your firing pin enters and the exit is. And you go on that. Because you don't want that rusting over, because then your firing pin won't work on you because the rust blocked it. And just work it in like that. So see, you just got rid of that much, And then you work it in here, and each one of these grooves here. Because each one of these grooves has something that slides back and forth on them. And you don't want that rusting, because then it'll make it harder for you to move your gun. Cock it back and all that. And actually, this week, where partridge season starts. Here it means. And that's one of the things I like to do for partridge hunting. Alright, now I've got this all done, I'll work on my barrel. Since I've already cleaned that end, I know right here I have to work on the outside because that, where it meets inside of there doesn't get cleaned by the brush. And also down here where this is, you've got to put some here. Now this is a Mossberg 500, but it's been painted professionally, before I bought the gun, so that it was painted camel. It's not the greatest job, but it looks good, and the animals don't tell the difference. It's like going where you go in here, you put a little bit everywhere. You don't have to whack or pour a whole bit, leave it right in a barrel or anything like that of the stuff, but I'm saying put, just a thin layer. If you put too much, you can wipe it off on this part. But if you put too much somewhere else, your fingers gonna be slipping all over the place. So it's a thin coating around the whole thing, and you ought to be good. And most rounds, they come with a piece, the wad and everything cleans your gun after it's been shot through. But if you were just to stick the primer in a shell, without anything in the shell itself, your whole barrel will be black again. Just the primer would do your whole barrel, make your whole barrel black. But with those primers, it keeps it clean. And I also like putting a little bit up here, because this is where the rust gets in, because you have those little rivets, and where there's little rivets, there's going to be some rust. Well, anyways, remember some of these tips and all that, and that'll help you. Remember, do it before hunting season, so all the fumes and everything has a chance to get out. And if you have a ventilated barrel, magna ported, go inside of those and clean that too, like this, Alright, I'm Ivan Bowyer, and remember, bring a kid hunting with you, hunt safely, teach them life lessons. See you later.